Correct, correct. Not yet.
Yeah, I will tell you from start. So what is data center? Data center is something like a IaaS, infrastructure as a service. So if you want to keep a server, so we need to manually we need to go to the servers and buy the rental space, and we need to keep the servers. So but why cloud is popular? Why cloud is popular than DC? So cloud also provides a data center infrastructure as a solution, infrastructure as a service solution. But why it is popular? So they created a application, they created a website for the infrastructure, and they link it to the data center. So if you want a server, if you click, within automatically it will be build up. So if you want to build a server in the data center, at least it will take 15 days to keep the servers. But in the cloud, it will take 10 minutes, 5 minutes to build our servers in the cloud. So why it is something like from 15 days to 10 minutes, I will tell you. So initial days, there is no social media website for the communicating with our friends. So how you are communicating? You are communicating with the friends through manually, same like as a data center. Same like as a data center. So creating the websites of Facebook or Twitter, Insta, these are the websites is created for the social website, and so we can communicate with your friends easily. So easily, right? So there no need of a manual intervention. So we can chit chat, we can something like we can call a video calling, voice calling. We can talk with easily. We can chat with easily because of through the websites. It is easy to communicating with our friends. So why? So if social websites are created, if social media websites are created, then so this is the manual intervention. Something like this is like a data center. This is like a data center. Social media website is like nothing but a cloud. So how we can communicate? We can communicate through the application. We can communicate through the application. So here, so the data center operation, definitely we need to go to a manually. We need to visit or your friend house, or your friend visited to your house, or something like where you meet at somewhere else. That's the reason that manually intervention needed to communicate with your friends. So after social media website comes, after coming these all these websites, it is easy to communicate with your friends. Same like as a banking transactions. Same like as a banking same like as a banking transaction. Yeah, Victoria recording. So same like as a banking transactions. So before banking transaction, so whatever we need to transfer the money to another person, or something like something like a so save your money to so money in your bank account. You need to go to the bank and fill the application and transfer to the other people, or save to the so your money will saving to the people to directly. So this is a manual transactions. So this is like a manual transactions. This is like a DC operations. After few years, so everything will be website. There are banking websites are created. Banking websites. So banking websites are created for the money transactions. So transactions, and they are created the websites, APIs. What is that? API, application interface, or website. They are create the website. The same like this is nothing but a cloud. The same like as a health health. So that's health also they created the websites. Websites for something like if you want to, if you want to, if you want a medicines, so you can open that app or something like so in India, MedPlus, Apollo, or whatever the websites are there, you can go to that website, and you can you can buy the you can buy the medicines. They will automatically sends the medicine to your home. So wealth, some like as a insurances companies also. So insurances also they are creating the website. The same way, food also. Before everything, so we will go to the restaurants, and then we will buy the food, and we will take it from your home, or something like even you will eat it in the restaurants. Nowadays the food apps comes, the delivery food delivery apps also coming. and health, so that medicines delivery apps also coming. So everything will be through apps. It will be automated. It will be automated. The same like as a data center operations also automate. How we can automate? So we can automate through a API. Something like they created a application. They created a application or a website for the websites or for the data center operations. It's already predefined environment. So they are created a website. Something like how you can transfer the money from one account to another account. They created a website for the applications. Here also something like, so I want to create a instance. I want to create a web server. I want to create a server. I want to install a VM. I want to install a Windows, some Windows VM or something like a Linux VM. So there is an application. So you can select that application and you can click it. It automatically build a VM. It automatically build a VM. It automatically install a VM. How? So the already predefined environment is there. If you click that, it automatically connect to the data center and it will install the OS. It will install the OS. Everything through automation. Something like there will created a app for easy to manage the data centers. There is nothing difference between a cloud and data center. The same operations, whatever the operations we are doing in the data center, the same operations will be doing in the cloud environment. So the cloud. So this is the core feature. So what is the core feature? They created a API for that and they are linking to the data centers. So who are providing the cloud? Who are the cloud providers? Guys, tell me. Cloud providers. Who are cloud providers?
Google, AWS, and
Very good. So Google. So Google company, so creates a cloud environment, name it, call it as a GCP, Google Cloud Provider. So same like as a Microsoft. Microsoft created the created a cloud and name it, call it as a created a API and link it to the data center and name it, call it as a Azure Cloud. Azure Cloud, GCP Cloud, GCP Cloud, and and Amazon. Amazon, Amazon also created their own cloud. The cloud is nothing but a AWS cloud. So Oracle also created their own cloud. Oracle company also created their own cloud. The cloud is OCI. So OCI. So IBM also created their own cloud. IBM Cloud. So what is that cloud? IBM Cloud. IBM Cloud, OCI Cloud, OCI Cloud, IBM Cloud, Alibaba Cloud, Alibaba Cloud. For example, these are the clouds. So guys, tell me, what are the cloud providers? Who are the cloud providers and what are the clouds? Guys, everyone can speak out. Google company
Google
creates a
company
GC.
Google GCP Cloud,
Okay,
and Microsoft is providing a Azure Cloud,
okay,
and Amazon is providing a AWS Cloud.
okay,
Oracle also providing OCI Cloud.
okay.
OCL, right?
Yes, OCI,
Next,
OCI.
IBM provides IBM provides IBM Cloud and Alibaba Cloud.
Hmm. So these are the
Okay.
cloud providers. So many of the cloud providers are there. For example, few of these are the cloud providers. Guys, everyone,
Harry,
Victoria,
Most
Home,
of you
Pride.
Harry, what about
Microsoft
OneDrive? Is that also for Microsoft?
Yes, Microsoft is a OneDrive. So OneDrive is not a cloud. OneDrive is a something like a space. They are providing the space, right? So OneDrive
Oh,
is from Microsoft.
okay.
Something like Google Drive from Google, OneDrive from Microsoft.
Okay, Harry, what is the means of providing a cloud to the providing a cloud? Is it by the IP address or the internet?
What is cloud? Right? You are asking
What
about?
is the means of Google? Like you said, the Google provider.
Yeah,
What is the means
Google
of?
provider creates a then own cloud. The cloud is nothing but a GCP. Google Cloud provide. Google Cloud. So Microsoft is created, the name is called Azure Cloud. So Amazon also created their own cloud. So cloud is nothing but a API. They created a API and they link it to the data centers. So something like
Okay.
this is the GCP cloud, Azure Cloud, or IBM Cloud, Oracle Cloud, or something like AWS Cloud. So these are the, for example, these are the clouds. So these are the APIs. They created a software. They created a website. So they created a website for this GCP, Azure, IBM, Oracle, AWS. So they link it to the data centers, their own data centers. They link it to their own data centers. So what is nothing but a GCP is nothing but a GCP cloud is nothing but a GCP data center. Azure is nothing but a Azure data center. AWS is nothing but a they are having their own data centers. Those data centers link up with that API, a website. So why they are created a APIs? So it will be easy to access your data centers. It will be easy to access your data centers. So before that, everything will be manually. Something like if you want to keep our servers in the data center, you need to buy the key servers, and you can manually you can send it from you can keep it from your location to data center location and keep it in the data center. Then we can install the OS. Everything will be manual in the data center. So what is the DevOps? DevOps is nothing but automation. How automation comes? Something like a Amazon. So the first AWS Amazon think and created a created a application for the infrastructure as a service, something like so everyone created for the social media website, for the banking transactions, for the health insurances and the health insurances, food, everything. They created their own website for the for the services. So Amazon think that something like who he thinks something like, is there any possibility? Is there any way? Is there any way to pause? Is there any possibility, or is there any way to create a application, create a website for the infrastructure? So something like Amazon got the thought. Amazon got the thought, and they implemented the thought, and they created a application. They created a website for the for the data centers. So how we can link up with this data center? If you want a instance, if you want a server, centralized server, so there is a application, there is a website application called, there is a options called. You can select that option. You can click that option. It automatically link to. So it automatically connect to this server data center and create a VM and show it in the cloud. Show it in the cloud. Now you understood? How? You understood or not? Guys are
Yeah,
understood?
Yes.
I
Yeah. What are the
understand it.
cloud providers? Pau. What are the
Google,
cloud
Microsoft,
providers? Yeah, read it. Google provides GCP, Microsoft Azure,
Google,
Amazon,
Microsoft,
AWS,
Amazon,
Oracle,
AWS.
OCI, IBM, Alibaba,
Okay,
Victoria.
Google,
Mm-hmm.
GCP.
Yeah, you can read it. What are the cloud providers?
Google, GCP Cloud, Microsoft Azure Cloud,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
AWS,
very
Oracle,
good.
OC Cloud, IBM Cloud, Alibaba Cloud.
Yeah. So this cloud is nothing but this is a website. So they created Google created a website for the data center environment. Data center environment, and they link it to the data center. So they link it to the data center. Something like before that, how we can transfer the money to one person to another person. So you manually go to the bank, and you will write a application. Yeah, you will fill the application for the transactions, and you will provide the he will provide the other bank, the other guy's bank information, and they will they will do it in the manually. So nowadays, how we can transfer your money from one account to another account? It is easy by using the options, right? By using the website. The same way they created a website for the infrastructure as a service. So they created a website for the data center environment. So cloud also provides the same data, whatever data center provides whatever data centers provides the services, cloud also provides us their services. But what is the difference between a data center and cloud? So data center, there is no application to interact with this data center. So if you want to interact with the data center, if you want to interact with the server or VM, definitely we need to manually go to the data center and we can interact with this this environment. So something like Amazon got a thought. How we can create something, is there any possibility to create a website for the infrastructure as a service for the data centers? Yes. So Amazon got the idea, and they created a cloud called AWS. So whatever something like who developed the Linux, who created the Linux, who got the thought, Linus Torvald got the thought for the Linux. He created the Linux OS. After that, he released as a open source, and he they so the companies are took that source code and created their own type of like OSs. Same like first initially AWS created this type of website. So later, all the competitors, who are the competitors, Google, Microsoft, Azure, Oracle, all are will take the same functionality and create their APIs and link it to their data centers. The data centers. There is no much difference between cloud and data center. So why I am teaching from starting data center, what is data center, why data center? Because of cloud. So you will understand easily when we start the cloud. That's the reason I'm stressed the data center. I'm stressed to told the set the data center. Guys, now you understood? So because of why I am telling everyday data center, that is the reason behind this. So whenever we have a cloud, it easily understand when we start the cloud. So because of cloud also provides the same operations whatever data center provided. But cloud creates something like some of the cloud providers created a data center providers created their own application and link it to their own data centers. Their own data centers. Data center only provides a infrastructure as a service. But I need a popular rather than data center. So they created a environments, cloud environments, cloud services. What are those? What are the service they are providing in the data center? Infrastructure as a service. But Amazon got a thought something like, is there any possibility to provide the other services? Yes. So what is the services? Cloud services. What are the services? IaaS. IaaS. So IaaS, PaaS, PaaS, SaaS, SaaS. So only data center provides a IaaS infrastructure as a service, but the cloud added these two services for popular for popular for populating the website. They created a other two services. Other two services. What are those two services? PaaS is nothing but a platform as a service. What is platform as a service? I will tell you guys nowadays. So and software as a software as a service. Software as a service, platform as a service, and they are provided the IaaS, infrastructure as a service. So apart from infrastructure as a service, cloud provides another two types of services. Those are PaaS and SaaS. So why cloud popular? So cloud popular because of pay as you go, and they created a website for the infrastructure as a service, and they added the other two services also, platform as a service and software as a service, infra as a service. So infra as a service. So what are the cloud providers? Cloud providers are Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Oracle, IBM. So these are the providers. So what are the cloud? GCP, Azure, AWS, OCA, IBM, Alibaba. These are the cloud providers. What are the cloud services? So data center services, which service data center provides? Only infrastructure as a service. So but cloud provides they added another two services, platform as a service, software as a service. So what is platform as a service? What is software as a service? Guys, now you understood, right? Guys,
Yeah.
understood or not?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so
Yes,
cloud
right.
can stay as cloud can stay as its own different application from virtual machine, like Oracle virtual machine.
Sorry, come again.
So cloud is a different application from Oracle virtual machine. Like if you want to take the DC, so cloud operates on its own different application from the one that we had in CentOS. Like it's not gonna be installed.
No. So something like this is a physical server, this is a virtual machine. So virtualization and physical, they are providing the data center also. So, but what is a cloud? Cloud is nothing but an application or a website. Same like as a Facebook, Twitter, Insta, Telegram, WhatsApp, YouTube, whatever it may be. So the application,
Okay.
whenever the internet you are searching in the application in the internet, so the same way cloud also created a application. But so what are the operations we will perform on the cloud? Whatever the operations will be performed on the data center, the same operations will perform on the cloud. But the what is the difference between these two? So this is the manual intervention. So this is the automation. Some like as a so it will take time. So here it will take time because of it is a manual. Something like they created a application interface. They created a website. So if you click it automatically build the servers within the 10 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever it may be. So the difference between a data center and cloud. So here there is no application created for the data center. Everything will be manually. Here they created an application for the data centers. They created a application for the data center to connect with the data center easily without going to data center. Here something goes wrong on the data center. Here something goes wrong on the data center, the server. Definitely we need to visit the data center and and resolve the issue. So this is a manual intervention here. So if you server down, so we don't want to go to the data center. It automatically we can connect the console, AWS console or GCP console. GCP and API is nothing but a console. API is nothing but a console. So API is nothing but a console. You can connect the console and you can operate from the console. So you can operate from the console. So wherever you are, you can operate with your cloud. But so if you want to operate in your data center, definitely you need to go. If something like if you want to do any operations or if you want to do any modifications, if you want to do any migrations, definitely manually we need to go to the data center and we can do it. But here, so wherever you are, if you have a internet, something like you can connect to the servers or you can connect to the console, you can do anything, right? But what is the slogan of the cloud is pay as you go. So why popular than DC here? So if you are using the VM or not, if the server is in shutdown state or a running state, so definitely we need to pay the money. We need to pay the money. For example, in the virtualization, developers are using something like this VMs. So developer is working on only 8 hours, but so the VM is running on the 24 by 7, and we need to pay the amount. So if it is using or not, definitely we need to pay the money. But in the cloud, the slogan is nothing but a pay as you go. Whenever you use the server, that time only we can pay the money. Otherwise you cannot pay the money. Something like a developer used that server in the 8 hours. You can pay the money. You can pay the money for that 8 hours only. You cannot pay other 16 hours. So here, So innovation thought something like a 90% of the cost is reduced than data center to cloud. So this is the one of the advantage. The other advantage is they created a API for this data center. We can connect with wherever you are. Because of if you have internet, you can connect to your data center. You can connect our data center. You can modify whatever you want. Whatever you want. And the other advantage is they created a PaaS and SaaS services also. They created a SaaS and PaaS services. I will tell you guys now what is IaaS, what is SaaS, what is PaaS. Guys, now you understood, right? So
Yeah.
something like cloud. So what are the cloud providers, guys? Tell me, cloud providers.
Google,
Google, Microsoft,
GC,
Hmm. GCP,
Google company provides
GCP,
CGP.
AWS,
Azure,
Amazon company provides AWS.
Azure, AWS, IBM, Alibaba, Oracle. These are the cloud providers. So what are the cloud services, guys? What are the cloud services? So in the data
PaaS service,
center, what is the default cloud service, guys?
Yes.
IaaS,
Yeah. So IaaS, PaaS, SaaS.
yes,
So what is IaaS? Infra,
As
infrastructure,
a service.
infrastructure as a service. What they are
Provides.
providing infrastructure as a service means they are providing the infra, right? So platform as a service.
Yeah.
What is that PaaS?
platform as a service,
As a service. So what is this platform as a service? I will tell you guys. So what is that? Next,
software as a
SaaS, software as a service.
Service.
Only data center provides infrastructure as a service. They are not providing the platform as a service and software as a services. Okay, but in cloud they are they apart from IaaS they provide the PaaS and SaaS also. So what is infrastructure as a service, guys? So what is infrastructure as a service? So this is the server, and so we install the CentOS 7. So CentOS 7. So they are providing just the infrastructure. They're keeping our infrastructure in our operational engineer, operational engineer. So take that server and install the CentOS 7. CentOS 7. CentOS 7. After installing the CentOS 7, I want to deploy application. So I want to deploy a application. So how we can deploy? Something like I got the code. So something like I am a developer. I am a developer. I'm a developer. So I have the code. I have the code. So I don't want to spend money for the infrastructure. And so after that, I have a code. I want to deploy. I deploy this code into the into the server or something like whatever. So developer doesn't know the how to install the Java on the server, right? So if code is developed through the Java, definitely we need to install the Java software, right? And so where we can deploy our code, we can deploy our code through the Tomcat server, right? So we need to install the Tomcat server. So this is nothing but a platform. This is nothing but a platform. So this is nothing but a infra. So this is nothing but a platform. So this is nothing but a platform. So this is nothing but a platform. Platform as a service. So platform as a service, it includes the infra and platform. So AWS, so AWS support guys, they created they build the infra, and as well as they install the platform as a service. They supported the platform as a services. Yeah. So I'm a developer. I have a code. I don't want to involve these infra and platform. So I want to deploy my code in the my cloud in my code in the my cloud in the server. Yeah. So infra and platform. So infra is nothing but they provide a infra. Infra is nothing but a servers, right? So I don't know the how to install the Java and Tomcat. Yeah. So we are there. Amazon also supports the platform as a service. Platform as a service is nothing but a. So this code is developed as a Java. So if you want to deploy this Java code, yeah, we need a Java software install and Tomcat software install. Who will install these softwares? Yes, we are installing whatever you want. So if you took that developer took that platform as a service, it automatically comes infra as a service and platform as a service. Just a developer develop that code, deploy that code into the server. So now you got it. Platform as a service. Platform as a service is nothing but they provides the installation of a software and they provides the infra as a service. So I am a layman. I'm a layman or something like I'm a layman or something like a Gmail, whatever the Gmail service. So Gmail service. So I want a Gmail service, something like so who developed the code? AWS or cloud cloud providers develop the code, develop the code, deploy the code, build the infra, develop the code, deploy the code, and install the software, install the softwares and provided the infra also. So if you took Gmail, something like so Gmail, so how you are connecting Gmail? So if you are deploying a Gmail, no. So everything software as a service. Gmail is a software as a service. Just we are using that service, right? So something like I have a thought. So I approach it to AWS or any one of the cloud providers. I need a software. Yeah. So they will develop the software. They will deploy the software. They will install the platform. They will provide the infra also. Everything will be provided by the cloud. So everything will be provided by the cloud. For example, a Gmail as a service. So Gmail service, so something like they deployed the code, they build, they develop the code, they deploy the code, they install the software, they provided the infra. Everything will be is nothing but a software as a service. So everything will done by the software as a service. Something like this is the infra as a service, this is the software as a service. So what is software as a service? They will build whatever you want. They will build your application. They will do the platform. They will do the inform. Everything will be done by a cloud providers. So if you took that software as a service, so everything will be built by Google provider. So if you took so if you have a code, so you can took a platform as a software platform as a service. They're providing the infra. They're providing the platform also. You can deploy your code into that is server. No. So I don't want a platform as a service. I don't want as a software as a service. So we have a operations. So we have operations engineers in our company. We don't need our support. We don't need our support. We don't need our support, cloud support. So we have a operation engineers. So we have a developers. So developers develop that code. Operation engineer build the infra. You just only took the infra as a service. So you took the infra as a service. They build the infra. They build something like that. They build the platform. They deploy the application. Everything will be done by our own. Our own. Now you got it right, guys. Cloud services. What are the cloud services? IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. So before data center, they are not providing these type of services. So these services will start after the cloud came. After the cloud came, they are providing the PaaS and SaaS. They're providing the PaaS and SaaS. Guys, now you got it? Why cloud is popular? So the pay as you go, one is the cost reduction. The second one is they are providing the PaaS as, and the third one is easy to manage. So easy to easy to manage. Don't need any manual intervention. So we can connect through over the console. So console is nothing but a AWS console. AWS console. So what is AWS console? So the console is nothing but a API. API is nothing but a console. How you are connecting your Facebook, so username password. The same way as you can connect with your username password with the AWS. It's just only application created and linked to the data center. Just created the application and linked it to the data centers only. So apart from, so everything will be same. Everything will be same in the data center. So they created an application for the infrastructure as a service and they added two services, PaaS and SaaS. PaaS and SaaS. Guys, now you understood or not? So why I am
Hari
stressing data
just
center?
Hari just means differentiate simple way in platform as a service and differentiate software as a service and platform as a service. Just in 2 lines like that.
Yeah. So software as a service and platform as a service. I
Correct.
will define.
Differentiate.
Yes, yes. So you did not understand what I told, right?
No, it's a mix the concept. Actually, the main difference we need to know, right? So that's the reason
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
asking.
yeah, 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 yeah. I will tell you. What are the cloud service layers or cloud services? So infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service, right? So infrastructure as a service. IaaS is the delivery of the technology infrastructure as on demand scalable service. So they are providing the only infrastructure. So platform as a service provides all the facilities required to support to complete life cycle of the building and delivering a web application and services entirely from the internet. So just so
Give the example also. Give the example for the infrastructure and
yes, yes.
give the
So infrastructure is nothing but you need a server. You need a server. So this is the server. Who provides this server? AWS. So there is nothing but infrastructure as a service, right? If
okay,
you
yeah.
want to deploy a application, if you want to deploy application. So where you need to deploy our applications? You need to deploy our applications in the servers
Server.
only.
Server.
So server is nothing but infrastructure. Who provides the servers? So AWS provides the servers, either physical or virtual. Either physical or virtual. This is the infra, right? So this is the
Okay.
infra. Infra provides the AWS infrastructure as a service. Now you understood? So this is the infrastructure
Yes.
as a service. So
Correct.
platform as a service is nothing but so platform means so something like I developed a code through Java language. I developed a code. I developed a code of one of the website and through the Java language. I want to deploy that code into the server. So what we need to deploy a code into the server, Anand? So I want to deploy this the code into the server. What we need?
Software, right? Which
Yes,
coding you are writing that?
yeah. Which software? Yesterday, what we installed on the Linux? Apache software, right? Apache web server or Tomcat web server,
Ah,
right?
yes.
How you installed web server? So where we need to deploy our code, we need to deploy our code through web servers only, in the web servers only. So definitely we need to
Okay,
install the
yes,
web server, any one of the web servers.
yes.
What are the web
Mm.
servers? Tomcat is the web server,
Tomcat
Apache is
or
the web
Apache.
server, JBoss is the web server, Nginx
Ah,
is the web servers. These all are the web servers, right? So
okay,
Java code will deploy it on the which web server? Tomcat web server only. So we install the Tomcat web server, right? So how you can install
yes,
the Tomcat, something like install Tomcat, install HTTP, right? You install the Tomcat web server,
yes,
and so the code is developed through Java language. Definitely, we need to install the Java software also.
correct.
Okay, so this is nothing but a platform as a service. This is nothing but a platform as a service. So the infra is nothing but a infra something like the server is nothing but a to build the server is nothing but a infra as a service. IaaS. So whatever the platform we need to deploy our application, this is nothing but a platform as a service. This is a platform as a
Java and Tomcat
service.
only, right? Not server, right?
Yeah. So whatever the servers we need those are the platform as a service.
Oh, got it.
Okay. So I want to deploy a code. Want to deploy code. Where we need to deploy our code? I want to deploy code in the Tomcat website. So I don't have a developers, I don't have a operations engineers. So everything will be approached to the cloud engineers. Everything will be approached to the cloud. So I approach it to the any one of the cloud. Something like I approached a AWS cloud. So everything will be. So I need a software. I need a software. Something like a Gmail is the software, right?
Ah,
Gmail.com is the software. Who developed this Gmail.com? Who deployed this Gmail.com? Who provide the infra? Everything will be the outcome. I need a software. Yeah, software is developed. Developed, deployed on the on the on the server. So who managed this? Everything will be managed by the AWS. For example, if it is AWS, everything will be managed by the AWS. So if you took the platform as a service, they provide the infra, they provide the platform. Up to platform, they will manage. So if anything goes wrong on the server side or something like a software side, who will manage? AWS manages these. AWS support guys manages up to platform as a service. But they are not managed the code. Something like if you are a developer, you don't need a SaaS as a service. To PaaS we need. So it took the PaaS as a platform as a service. If something goes wrong on the code side, who will verify? A developer. Who are the owner for the application? The guide, the developer will verify. No, I don't have a developers. I don't have a platform operation engineers. Everything will take a service from the AWS. That service is a software as a service. So client got a thought something like that so initial days the something like the mails not a mails, the letters will send through the post, right, manually. So after that I got a thought, I want to create an application for the mailing purpose, emails. I want an application for the that emails. So whatever I got the thought, I asked to the AWS support. So they provided the everything. They provided the they developed the code, they deployed the code, they installed the software, and they build the infra, and applied the code. So everything will be taken care by the AWS. To take the software as a service. So if you just take that.
so our application, just only we are using the application. So whatever requirement for the managing that application or software, that things are
That will be by
managed by the
AWS. AWS.
AWS. Okay, total. Yeah.
Why cloud is popular? Because of this. Everything will be provided by the cloud. If you want a in infra as a service, if you want AAS, yeah, I will provide the IaaS. So if you want a platform as a service, yes, I will provide the platform as a service up to. Yeah, if you want a SaaS, yeah, I will provide the everything. So I will provide everything. I will provide everything. That's the reason cloud is popular. Something like you are a developer, Anand. So you don't know the or you don't know the infra, you don't know the platform, something like a software. But I am a developer. I know the how to develop the code. I developed a code for the website. I want to deploy this code into the one of the servers, web servers. Who will provide that service? Yeah, I'm AWS. I will provide that service. You just deploy your code, whatever you code. So remaining part, I will do it. I will take care from my side.
So
Please come and
total
apply.
environment setup they will do. Just
They
we
will
do this some code changes. That's it, right?
code changes, just the code. Something like whatever you
Okay.
first you deployed a code, something like WhatsApp 1.0. So the code is something like a chat and contacts. So you have a developer knowledge, right? So you added a new feature in the something like WhatsApp. That feature is something like a status. So then again you can deploy a new code into that server. So we will support AWS will support.
Once deploy the code into live, so users can use that functionality, right?
Yes.
Like that. Okay.
Like that. So no need.
Yeah.
So
Got it. Got it.
so if you have a thought, please come. Please come to me. I will provide everything. I will provide IaaS. I will provide PaaS. I will provide SaaS. I will develop the application. I will deploy the application. I will build the infra.
Okay.
But data center
The
only
company
provides IaaS, infrastructure as a service.
got it.
Got it? So if you are
Yes.
if you have a thought, please come to me and I will provide everything. So that's the reason. So that is the one of the core feature for the AWS as a for the cloud. So cloud is nothing but a like the cloud is nothing but a same like as a data center operations. But why cloud? They created an application for the data centers and they link to that application. So if you click that instance, build instance, so it automatically connect to the data centers and they will install the OS on the infrastructure only. They will they will build the server in the data center only. The data center only. But why cloud is popular?
How do you excuse me, please? So, developer, you are a developer, right? So the cloud providers already have all the applications in the cloud. So your work as a developer is to develop or deploy, or is either
Developer
to
only is to
deploy.
develop the code only. So
Okay.
he is unable to. So he don't know how to deploy the code. He just know how to develop the code.
Okay.
Something like a Pau is a developer. So you got the thought and you developed the website for the WhatsApp. So you want to deploy that code into the server. So who will provide that support? Yes, AWS is provide that support. Yes,
AWS, okay.
Google is provide that support. Yes, cloud
All right.
providers are support that support. No, I have a operations engineers and I have a developers. I don't need a platform as a service. I need only up to infra as a service. Yes. So you can take the infra as a service, you can take the servers, you can install the servers, you can build the servers. Then you can install the install the softwares and deploy your application. So
Okay.
whatever the services you want, you can take either on
Okay.
demand or reserved. Now you got it right, guys. Cloud providers and cloud services. Cloud providers and cloud services. So in our data center environment, what are the environments are there? Non-production is environment is there, production environment is there, right? So here also, so we have a environments, cloud environment. There are three types of environments: public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. So what is public cloud? Public cloud is nothing but everyone can watch it. So if you want a dedicated cloud, you can take that dedicated cloud as a private cloud. So I need a both private cloud and public cloud. So you can take that private cloud and public cloud. So researching purpose, I need a private cloud. For after researching, I want to showcase my whatever I developed. So that purpose you can take the public cloud. So the both combining public and private is nothing but a hybrid cloud. So public cloud, private cloud, public, private, and hybrid. Hybrid is nothing but a public plus private equal to hybrid. So public plus private equal to hybrid. Public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Those are the cloud environments. Cloud providers, cloud services, cloud environments. So these are the core functionalities, core features. Every cloud, either AWS or either GCP or Oracle or IBM or Alibaba or whatever the cloud, the core functionalities are the same. The core functionalities are the same. What are the core functionalities? Cloud provider, cloud services, cloud environments. Cloud services and cloud environment. Every cloud, either if you took Oracle, they provide a IaaS, they provide the SaaS, they provide the PaaS also. So if you took GCP, they provide a IaaS, they provide a PaaS, they provide a SaaS, and they provide the cloud, public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Okay. So if you learn any one of the cloud environment, it easily to understand, it easily to learn the other clouds. So because of the core functionality, the cloud functionality is the same for all the clouds. So that what is the difference between here if you build the infra, if you build the instance, then something like in virtualization they call it as a VM, in physical it is calling as a physical server, in virtualization it call it as a virtual machine. In the same like AWS it call it as a instance, in Azure it call it as a virtual machine, in GCP it call it as a some other. But the core feature is a virtual machine. The naming convention, the core feature should be the same, but the naming convention should be different. So here AWS it will call it as a instance, and the Azure it call it as a virtual machine, and Google it call it as a some other. But the core features are the same. The core features are the same, but the naming convention should be different only. So if you learn any one of the cloud, it automatically easy to understand the other clouds because of the core features. You learn the core features, IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, and public, private, hybrid clouds and cloud services. So the same also they are providing the cloud service. AWS provides the cloud, some of the services. So what are the services? The service name should be different than Azure. The service name should be different than Oracle. The service name should be different than GCP because of the same services, same service names will not add to the other cloud, right? So they call it here. They call it as an instance. They call it as a VM. They call it as a virtual machine. Something like the naming convention should be different. The functional should be same. The functionality is same, but the
So,
naming
so,
convention should be
so, excuse me, as a
Yeah.
developer, when will you know the particular cloud you are accessing? At what point will you be able to identify the particular cloud you are trying to access or deploy a code into?
yeah. So there are the competitor, there are the cloud competitor, there are cloud leaders, there are cloud leaders and competitors. Something like which cloud is popular. Something like most of the cases, 49 to 50% are using the AWS cloud because of the cloud started with the AWS, right? So after that, Azure is the competitor for AWS. So 29 to 30% Azure is using. So what are the something like reaching out the leaders? So Oracle Cloud, IBM, Alibaba, these are the trying to reach out with the, the leaders, AWS and Azure.
How did
Guys,
you get
got
my
it?
question?
Yeah.
Did you get my question?
So your question is?
I'm trying to understand something. At what point, as a developer, will you know the particular cloud you are working on?
So how do you know the particular cloud is working on, right?
Yeah.
Developer. So something like so developer doesn't know. So if you are using the cloud, if you are using the data center, or if you are using the virtual machine, if you are using the physical machine. So what developer is doing? Developer will develop the code only. Who will deploy that code? So in the manual intervention, operations engineers. So who will deploy the code? A DevOps engineer develop the code. So who knows if it is a cloud, which cloud is we are working on? Developer doesn't want to know which cloud we are working on. So DevOps engineer or a operation engineer knows which cloud we are working on. So a developers don't want to doesn't know which cloud we are working on. So what developers doing? What you know? What developer is doing? Developer is developing the code. So for developing the
Yeah.
code, what they need a something like they are developed a code with Java. Yeah, Java software is need. So something like a VS code is need for to develop the code. So how you can test? They can test it in their local. You need a software. They need a Tomcat software to test the code. So developer needs this one only, or something like a Git access need.
Okay.
Developer doesn't want so a cloud, which cloud we are working on, which server we are working on, what he need. So he need these resources to develop the code. He doesn't want how to deploy our code, right? Developer doesn't know how to deploy the code. Who knows deploy the code? A DevOps engineer or a something like operation engineers need to know in which platform we are deploying our cloud, right? How?
Yeah.
So why do we
Okay.
need so in which platform we are working on? We don't need, developer doesn't need. So which cloud we are working on, whatever it may be. So if you have a code, we can deploy it on the data center, we can deploy it on the AWS, so we can deploy it on the virtual machine, or we can deploy it on the any cloud, right? So, but how you are deploying your code through manually or through the automation or something like that is knows for the developers. So the DevOps engineer. Developer doesn't want in which platform you are working, in which platform you are deploying it, either cloud platform or a manual something like a data center platform. Right? You understood?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, we'll continue from tomorrow.